Andy McCarthy, why has the judicial process been so much more effective than Congress in getting evidence in the IRS scandal?
Well, the Congress, as it's set up with its committees, can only look at controversies as they come up through the prism of whatever the jurisdiction of the committee is, whereas the legal process has much more of a capacity to try to look at something in terms of, let's get to the bottom of what happened and address it. It doesn't have jurisdictional responsibilities and competing courts or competing committees. A court can essentially take a case wherever it goes. And so I think there's that aspect of it. I also think that, frankly, Judicial Watch has, in a really, I think, responsible way, but an appropriately persistent way, has really gone after the information that both its clients and the public are entitled to, and I think they've had much more stick-to-itiveness than the Congress has.
Also, Judicial Watch has been able to benefit from powers that a judge has that Congress may not be able to wield. Is that not true?
Well, no. Look, a court has no power to execute its own directives, and comparatively speaking, Congress is a more potent body than the court is. On the other hand, a judge is, a majority of one. A judge can take swift action. Now, he's got to rely on people to comply with it because he can't force them to comply with it, whereas Congress is often like herding cats, and you have, half the people in the equation are trying to undermine the process, which is something that a judge doesn't ordinarily have to do with. So there's institutional differences. But, look, Congress is the potent branch. Congress is the branch that the framers intended to rein in presidential excess, presidential lawlessness, mismanagement, and the like. And they certainly have the tools to do it. Whether they have the will to do it is another question.
Sure. It seems like Judge Sullivan has the will. He's the judge who Judicial Watch has brought its FOIA lawsuit before. Seeing as the great success that Judicial Watch has had in getting information that Congress has not been able to get, would they perhaps be able to get Lois Lerner, the key figure in the scandal, to testify in their lawsuit? Is that a possibility?
I think it's highly unlikely because neither the judge nor Judicial Watch has the power to immunize Lois Lerner, and she would continue to claim, as I understand it, that she has a Fifth Amendment privilege and is resorting to it. There's some controversy, of course, about whether she still has a live Fifth Amendment privilege, but that's something that would have to be litigated in the courts, and it would probably take weeks, if not longer, to ultimately resolve that.
Sure. The Constitution essentially was designed to protect people from the government, from the misuse of power by the state. Given that, does that make the IRS scandal perhaps the most serious of the Obama scandals?
The Obama administration's involved in a lot of scandals. I think you could say that the IRS is as serious as any, but if you look at across the board at whether it's Benghazi or Fast and Furious, you name your scandal of the week, they've all been quite serious. But when the executive branch turns the federal bureaucracy against the American people and uses the coercive power of law and the state in order to harass political opponents, it's difficult to imagine anything that's more not only frightening, but that more undermines the system that the framers intended to give us, which was the Constitution as the barrier that protected the American people from that sort of thing.
Sure. Your book, Faithless Execution, builds the political case for the impeachment of President Obama. What is the strongest case for his impeachment?
Well, it's a sad embarrassment of riches on that score, but I think, the slam dunk case is the failure to execute the laws faithfully, because I think even the president's most ardent admirers would have to admit that he does not follow federal statutes. And since the president's main job, at least domestically under the Constitution, is to take care that the laws be faithfully executed, and the president actually takes an oath to do that, and it's quite simple to prove that, the law says X and the president repeatedly does Y, it's fairly straightforward to show that he's lawless in that regard.